And now it's my turn, guys. I go into the position, get on my toes, controlling the guy, and then I'm just gonna all in one move, sit out, throw that leg over, and capture.
Can't even go that way.
Capture the honeymoon right there. Easy technique for you. Okay. Ladies, Deanna, I'm just letting you know we're gonna shoot a video real quick.
Huh?
No, we're shooting a video. I just wanted you to know so you weren't too loud.
She keeps saying,
I was trying to be very polite. Because most of the time I'm an asshole.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Cobra Kai! No.
Cobra Kai.
Teach Me Grappling. I'm Brian Peterson. If you guys aren't watching Cobra Kai Season 2, you should start. And if you haven't seen Season 1, you should start that too. I am not getting paid for the promoting Cobra Kai. It's just an awesome show. Alright, anyway. Alright guys, we are back and today I'm going to show you guys a move what we call the honeymoon. The honeymoon has names, different names. I'm sure somewhere people have names for it. But it's what I've been... Can we start all over?
Nope.
For the first time, I fucking did this. I never...
Keep rolling.
No.
Pressure's on.
No, I'm going to start all the way all over. I just don't like that I did that.
The intro to it.
Yeah. Now we fucked up the other intro. What an asshole.
Just keep going.
Calm down, I'm about to start. I just need you to stop talking to me.
Ready, action.
Drama queen.
Teach Me Grappling. I'm Brian Peterson. I've got Eddie Diaz here. Today, we're going to show you guys what I call the honeymoon. Back in the day, I was shown this move by my coach back in the 90s, and we didn't have a name for it. So we named it the honeymoon. I'm sure somewhere, other places in the world, they call it something else. But we call it the honeymoon. So here it is. Go ahead and lay on your back. This is a very basic video, guys. I'm not going to show you anything advanced on the setups. I'm just going to give you, I've got some new stuff I'm working on, but I'm just going to show you the basics. When you guys are in side control, okay, this arm a lot of times is right here. It's in your hip, okay? But every once in a while, this arm ends up down here, okay? And that's what I want, okay, to go for the honeymoon. So if you guys are here, maybe he's thinking about the ghost or something. So like that, maybe he's thinking about popping out. So I switch my hand, what I call the doorstop position. I put my elbow on the far side. I put my hand, the underhook arm, on the near side. So anytime you're here and you feel the guy's arm is here and maybe he's gripping on your waist, okay, like that. If he gets a really tight grip, it may not be so good for me, but here's the thing. Look guys, I'm gonna reach down, grab onto his triceps, and I'm gonna trap by pinching my elbow on his wrist, like this, okay? Now, the next thing I like to do, there's many variations and I'll show a bunch of them. The next thing I prefer to do is take this arm and put it under his head. It can also be done over his head, but I will do it under. This is the way I prefer. I like to put my hand up. I bring my hand up and then up on top. And I try to get my hand, ideally, this is my most optimal grip. And I can't always get it. Sometimes I adjust and I get it in the middle of the move, but this would be optimal. Again, this is very basic. I'm just showing you the move, and then we'll show about how to competitively do it maybe some other time. So I make the grip, I sit out, and I put my left leg over his body, like this, as I lay next to him. It could also go between the legs, okay, like this, but ideally I like to put it across. Now, when you guys are here, this hand's job is to keep his shoulder down. I don't want his shoulder to go ahead and come towards me and like roll into me like this, like that. I don't want that to happen. So this hand is gonna shut him down there, and then I'm gonna crank my elbow back towards my side, which bends his arm in an Americana style submission, and then many variations. Gripping the triceps and then back arching, okay, to get the submission. Sometimes you can do it, it almost feels like a heel hook, where you take your hand, slide it under his elbow as you pinch, and you can kind of, like that, like a heel hook. You can take your hand, turn your palm facing you, and grip it like this. See how I'm pulling it? So instead of this way, I go underhand and I grip it this way. Okay, this is probably the most ideal way to pinch the wrist, to hold it like this. Okay, with the elbow exposed like a heel hook. I mean, you know, his elbow's the heel, in a sense, of a heel hook. And then this hand's here. Other options, there's so many options here. This grip could be like this, guys. See, my left hand could be on the lat muscle. This is a great grip to start with. If you guys had the shoulder pressure on the guy and you gripped right here, you could sit out and then put your leg over. And then now as he tries to turn into me, see how I'm just gripping his lat muscle, holding him, try to turn. Yeah, see how I'm just arching. And then he's caught, okay? Again, I prefer being on top. If your elbow was like this, you could hold like this. This would also work. Okay, as I lean back, okay, his head is trapped. I don't prefer this method, but it will get you a tap. I like to let the head out and then be here. If the guy tries to turn on top of me, I bring my hand through into here, and then I finish.
So much shoulder pressure.
Now, the escape for him is to hopefully get this leg off, and then he bridges and rolls to his left. See how he rolls back over? And now, guys, this makes a great drill for you guys. Now he just grips my arm. See that? And I'm not being a problem for him. I'm going to let my wrist, notice my wrist right here, it goes into his armpit. See, if I'm like this already, he won't be able to catch the move, and I'm ready to defend it. If he was to roll or like sit out, go ahead. And if he were to like go to this position, you see my arm, I could start to bridge and roll and escape. So what I do instead is I give him this position like this. I keep my wrist in his armpit so we can learn the technique. He sits out, he puts the leg over, and now my hips are trapped. So I can't bridge and come on top. And the more I do, I run into the submission right there, And you can play around. I like this as probably the most optimal, but sometimes I don't change my grip. Sometimes when I've done this, because when you're competing with someone, you run a risk of losing the position when you change grips. There's always a moment where it loosens. So sometimes I still have the over grip, like this, and I just squeeze it and I just pinch it. I don't let go. But sometimes at the very end of it, you can change it like that to get a little bit extra. Just get a little bit more. Okay, and then again, for the drill, say your leg is here, I'm gonna go hips up, we're gonna try to fight down. I'm gonna start bringing that leg off, and then rotate and walk all the way around to this side. Go under his neck, make my grip. As I'm putting pressure here, see, it looks like I'm just smashing him. I want him to like put a little pressure back into me, and then I sit out and I put my leg over, and I'm ready to go for the submission. Boom, now your turn. Get that leg off as you go. Bridge and roll out. And now it's his turn to do it to me again. Again, guys, there's so much variation. I like to go under the neck, but you could be there. I like this position the most. Sit here, yes. And sometimes the guy will try to go away, and then he'll realize his arm is stuck, and then he thinks the way out is to go this way. When he tries to turn in, he's gonna blow his shoulder. Now, there is a way to get out this way. If your grip in the armpit is not real tight, it's possible sometimes the guy can turn enough. You see how I turned enough on my side when you start to arch? Now my shoulder is much stronger where I am now. Right. So it is possible now I can fight the grip and then pull my elbow in and then get up on top. So he wants to prevent that from happening.
And holding this.
So see this right here, he's gonna hold me so that I can't, and he's gonna keep his chest expanded, big chest, right there, that's okay, that was perfect. Big chest, now like I can't, I'm done right there.
Yeah, you can
like my shoulder's gone. If he relieves a little bit of pressure and I'm able to hip escape and turn like this, I've totally negated the position now. If you try to arch into it, I would probably survive this. I would probably be able to hold on to you and I'd be okay. So when you're in this position, you got to break my position. Use that left hand and start to like really arch. That was really nice with the knee. And then right there. And then, why do we call this the honeymoon?
Is it chilling?
Yeah, we're chilling.
What's up?
I love you. So I get that out, roll around, and now it's my turn, guys. I go into the position, get on my toes, controlling the guy, and then I'm just gonna all in one move, sit out, throw that leg over, and capture.
Can't even go that way.
Capture the honeymoon, right there. Easy technique for you. Okay.
It's so painful on the shoulder.
You should always be aware of every move, guys. There's I've heard in the past, even back in the 90s, somebody would say, oh, that move doesn't work, or that move's not that good, because you don't see it in the UFC or you don't see it in competitions. Guys, it's the move you don't see that ends up hitting you in the face. You guys got to make sure that you know about these moves. Even if it's not going to be your cup of tea, at least you're more aware so you know what guys are trying to do to you so you don't get embarrassed. So every move is that way. That's why we shouldn't poo-poo moves that you just don't see very often. Because eventually you're going to get a guy who's going to practice that move over and over and over. He's going to get really good at it. And then he's going to catch you by surprise. So, and then once you reach a good level and you understand it, you know how to keep your arms in good discipline. You won't fall victim to those things.
You won't get caught.
Yeah, you won't get caught. So sometimes I learn moves, not just so that I can do them, but so I can defend them. So remember that, really important. All right,
Sure.
It's Sunday. Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco.
Okay, can you give me like a Cinco de Mayo, like some type of Mexican like call out thing? Can you do that?
Yeah, tequila.
Tequila?
Tequila.
Okay, that's all he has. He doesn't want to try it. He doesn't want Take it easy,
all I
guys. Take it easy, guys. Megan, can you do it?
This is what Eddie always does.
Show me.
He always goes, "Ay!"
There it is. Happy Cinco de Mayo. All right, guys. Teach me grappling. Out.